Hey everyone, this is J-Dog and I'm here with another video. So, the NAACP is desperate to try to get foundational Black Americans to care about the migrant crisis by using the Great Migration to make us look like we were immigrants, when in fact, that's not true. Black Americans, foundational Black Americans who are descendants of slaves, American slaves, are not classified as immigrants. We did not choose to come to the United States of America. What I meant to say is, what I meant to say is we were enslaved. But some of us were already here before chattel slavery. Some of us were descendants of blacks who were part Native American, who were part of some of these Native American tribes. There were such thing as black Native Americans, but then you also had black colonists that came over here, and then before the country of America existed, and the black slaves were the ones that helped build this country. No one in the black community was immigrant except for the black immigrants that came years later from places like Africa or Jamaica, or the Bahamas, or anywhere else in the Caribbean. But the NAACP and this man named Derek Johnson wants to make it look like we were immigrating from the south to the north in the Great Migration. No, we were just moving because it was better to another part of the United States because we were hoping to get better opportunity. But we were still in the United States. We didn't immigrate. We were already still here in the United States. We just moved to the cities because they had better opportunity, and because the South, we didn't always want to deal with the racism in the South. The migrants, they actually left from their home country. Oh, and by the way, before I go to that part, Black Americans were still citizens during the Great Migration. We didn't flee from another country. We were always citizens of this country, the United States of America, and we still are fighting for reparations and stuff. It is the people from South America, Europe, Asia, the Caribbean, Africa that are immigrants because they chose to come here because they couldn't fix their own countries. They couldn't do what in their own countries what they wanted to do. They couldn't fix their home country, so they fled and decided to jump over Black Americans in order to advance because of white supremacy. I don't blame the immigrants. I do not blame the immigrants I blame the white supremacists who ran this country and the white supremacists who run the corporations for bringing the immigrants, and they are being used too, by the way. They're being used to try to replace us, and they're being used they're being used for forced cheap slave labor, and because they don't want to pay American citizens hard-earned, honest money, because we're demanding for stuff. We're demanding for better wages. We're demanding for reparations. But you have the NAACP, who are nothing more than shields for the Demon Rat Party, because they're losing the black vote. So now the NAACP, in a desperate attempt to help Jim Crow Joe to get more votes and to get us, this is what now they want to call us immigrants. We were not immigrants. But here's the idiot trying to call us that. So we're going to, hold on. So I'm going to try to play this. Here we go.
You understand what I'm talking about? If you don't, let me put it this way. No one chooses where they are born, to whom, what family, what region of the globe, or what community, and they should have the right to survive. They should have the right to survive. I grew up in Detroit, as it was said earlier, and I loved my community. It was a beautiful community. It was a community of immigrants. Folks immigrated from Alabama.
You thought that when he said community of immigrants, you were thinking people from Venezuela, or people from Mexico, or people from Kenya, or people from Uganda, or people from Russia, or people from Ukraine. No, he's calling us what we are not. Yeah, this guy is just stupid. Very stupid. But we know why he's doing this. He's doing this because he wants us to not file a lawsuit against Brandon Johnson if you live in Chicago. As you should know, Chicago has filed a lawsuit against Brandon Johnson and the city of Chicago, and maybe they might even try to file a lawsuit against the entire state of Illinois, Chicago, Illinois, for just flooding the zone and stuff, because they don't want to be a sanctuary city anymore. Yeah, they don't want to be a sanctuary city anymore, because now they see the crisis, and so they filed a lawsuit against Brandon Johnson. But yeah, this guy, this is his attempt to make us feel sorry for the migrants. He wants to make us so they should be allowed to basically flood the zone. So, but here's more of this nonsense.
They immigrated from Mississippi. They immigrated from Arkansas. They immigrated from Georgia. A community of immigrants. Fleeing hostile territories where they were being oppressed and denied opportunity to work for a fair wage for their labor. Fleeing persecution because of the color of their skin. Oh, y'all talking about Latino people? We're talking about black folks. Now look around this room. All of us are immigrants.
No, we're not. When we use the term immigrant, we're meaning people from other countries, not other cities, not other states, other countries. No, you need to get your facts right. But we know why they're doing this. It's because people, American citizens, including black residents in cities like New York and Chicago, are not happy with how the migrant crisis is starting to damage some of the black communities, the black neighborhoods and stuff. And like I said, I'm not blaming this on the immigrants. We understand why they're coming here. They're trying to survive whatever is happening in their home country because of what was done by, you guessed it, America. That's right, the United States is why some of those countries are in the disaster that they're in. As you should know, for years we have done all kinds of foreign policies that actually damaged other countries. We supported corrupt and puppet leaders that damaged their countries. America has caused proxy wars or wars in general that has damaged the countries, and that's why some of them are coming over here and also because the country is helping corporations who want cheaper labor because they don't want to pay American citizens who will fight, boycott, and protest against any company that does not believe in putting up better wages and stuff like that. They know that some of these immigrants coming in come from countries where they're not even being paid pennies. A $7 an hour wage looks like winning the lottery, according to someone who's just coming from another place to come here to the United States. They're taking advantage of the immigrants too. I'm talking about the white supremacists, including those in the government and those that are in the corporations. They also need a new customer base, and they also need a new voting base. Because the voting base they got now, which is us, we're not just going to just randomly vote unless, of course, we get something out of it, and the different political parties don't want to give us anything out of it. But, like I said, you got this Derek Johnson, who is a shield for the Democrats, and is a shield from the NAACP. We know a lot of them for the past couple of years have been a joke, and they've been shilling for the demon rats because they're losing black votes, so they have to find these kind of dirty tactics to try to get us to fall back in line or to allow our replacement. Let me see if there's more. Let's play more of this, by the way.
You think about it. Look at your family history. Most of you are second, third, and some are fourth and fifth generation who migrated either during the Great Migration 1 or Great Migration 2. Immigrants.
For the last time, foundational black Americans are not classified as immigrants. We were already citizens even before chattel slavery. At least some of us were. And before the actual country of America was actually created. When slavery started in this land was still under occupation of several European countries, including France and the United Kingdom. America technically was not established until during the events of the American Revolution. At the time, the slaves, the black American slaves in this country, were starting to be used to build the country, which would later be founded as the United States. So we never immigrated from somewhere else to the United States. Some of us were already here, not slaves. Some of us are coming from black people who are actually descendants of some of the native tribes, the Native Americans, whatever you call them. But this guy, we know what this guy is doing. He knows that a lot of people are not happy with what's going on with this immigration crisis, how this country is handling the immigration situation. Like I said, now, this does not mean we're blaming immigrants, although there have been some immigrants who are not properly vetted that have been hostile to the black community. There has been criminals coming in because they're not properly vetting them to make sure that only innocent citizens are coming in and that it's not some criminal that is on the run in their country. Because the Democrats are desperate to put one up on the Republicans because the Republicans are against mass levels of immigration. But yeah, this idiot right here, he's this Derek Johnson. This guy is just an idiot for the NAACP to shield for the Demon Rat Party to try to get us to not get something in return for our vote. But this is how disgusting this Derek Johnson is. I don't even know if I want to listen to more. I'll leave the link into the comment section to this particular tweet, which has this video, and you can watch at your own time. But this is not going to make some of us in the black community who are American-born black citizens who are descendants of chattel slavery or even before it, when we were already black colonists, when we were already here before this country became the United States. We know that this individual that you're seeing on the screen is trying his hardest to get us to accept excuses for what's going on, why some of them are here, even though some of them have been hostile towards black people. And it's not working, because he also knows that polls are not so well with the Demon Rat Party, and a lot of people are also not happy with the NAACP lately. To tell you the truth, some of the people within the NAACP are hurting the reputation of the NAACP and stuff like that, if it wasn't already hurt. But yeah, this guy is just full of it, and he's a moron. But that's all I have to say about this situation. I'll leave the link to this in the comment section or even the description, and y'all can talk about what you think about this in the comment section. I'll make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that link. And make sure if you subscribe if you haven't subscribed. But that's all I have to say for now. This is J-Dog. Thank you for watching, and I hope to catch y'all in another video. Peace, everyone.